Chapter 18. Rebirth. In this chapter, Hermes reveals the secrets of spiritual rebirth, through which we can awaken to our immortal soul. The inexorable working of destiny, imposed on man by the turning of the zodiac, subjects all human beings to the pain of birth and death. Man's problem is that in his ignorance, he believes himself to be just a body, one that will grow old, suffer, and eventually die. His sense of injustice at the inevitability of this fate leads him to hurt himself and others, either through lust for more life or fear of approaching death. These crimes serve further to bind the soul to the body and so increase man's suffering. Purifying ourselves of ignorance is therefore the first step on the ladder that leads to rebirth. Rebirth is the knowledge of our own immortality. To escape the suffering inherent in our human predicament, we must be reborn in spirit. The spiritual path that we must walk is the same one trodden by our ancestors. It is a hard road to follow whilst incarnate in a physical body, because we must struggle to master ourselves. Right understanding purifies us of all the vices that torment us and awakens us to our immortal soul. One who is thus reborn communes with God, but this only happens when we stop talking about it and allow it to occur naturally in the silence and tranquility of deep contemplation. An enlightened being no longer believes he is a body. The body belongs to nature, not to him, and so its fate is of no importance. He is one with everything. He sees goodness everywhere. He is bathed in divine light. He has become all mind. Rebirth is not a theory that we can learn. It is a natural occurrence that happens when God wills it. All that we may do is prepare for this enlightenment by mastering our passions and accepting whatever fate may bring us. For a man with vision, all things are good, even if other people see them as evil. His knowledge of God gives him the ability to see goodness at work, even when he is mistreated by others. Those who are reborn are already living in the kingdom of heaven. Rebirth. No one can be saved until he is born again. If you want to be reborn, purify yourself of the irrational torments of matter. The first of these is ignorance. The second is grief. Third is lack of self-control. Fourth is desire. Fifth is injustice. Sixth is greed. Seventh is deceit. Eighth is envy. Ninth is treachery. 10th is anger. 11th is rashness. 12th is malice. Under these 12 are many more, which force the man who is bound to the prison of the body to suffer from the torments they inflict. But by Atom's mercy, they may all depart and be replaced by understanding. This is the nature of rebirth. This is the only road to reality. It is the way our ancestors trod, to discover primal goodness. It is sacred and divine, but a hard highway for the soul to travel in a body. For the soul's first step is to struggle against itself, stirring up a civil war. It is a feud of unity against duality, the one seeking to unite and the other seeking to divide. He who is reborn communes with the All-Father, he who is light and life. You will only experience this supreme vision when you stop talking about it, for this knowledge is deep silence and tranquility of the senses. He who knows the beauty of primal goodness perceives nothing else. He doesn't listen to anything. He cannot move his body at all. He forgets all physical sensations and is still, while the beauty of goodness bathes his mind in light and draws his soul out of his body, making him one with eternal being. For a man cannot become a god whilst he believes he is a body. To become divine, he must be transformed by the beauty of primal goodness. The womb of rebirth is wisdom. The conception is silence. The seed is goodness. Those born of this birth are not the same. They are of the gods, and children of Atom, the one God. They contain all. They are in all. They are not made up of matter. They are all mind. Rebirth is not a theory that you can strive to learn. But when Atom wills, he will remind you. A man may only seek to know Atom by controlling his passions and letting destiny deal as she wills with his body, which is no more than clay that belongs to nature and not to him. He should not attempt to improve his life by magic or oppose his fate using force, but allow necessity to follow its course. For the man of vision, all things are good, even if they appear evil to others. When men devise mischief against him, he sees it in the light of his knowledge of Atom, and he, and only he, transforms evil into goodness.